Hi again. Um, when you have a plan and it kind of goes sideways? Um, yeah. I already did a shot of this, and I realized I was just spoiling the whole thing. And there's probably people out there who haven't read it and might want to, but if I kept on, they wouldn't need to. So, I read a comic. I'm starting to read more comics and get more into comics because I think that will help my understanding of the characters that I'm writing about and all this stuff. And I got a great comic. I knew I was in for some kind of treat, but I got a great comic. So it's part of the 2008 to 2013 Hulk run, and so it's called Incredible Hulk's Annual. And let me just hold on. So apparently this is part of an event. This is Identity Wars Part 3 of 3. Basically, Deadpool, Hulk, and Spider-Man go to an alternate world and have shenanigans. But them going there was in a previous comic, not this comic. They're already there in this comic. It starts up with them being already there. So, I guess that was part 1 of 3. There is something in my eye. Anyways, if you get the comic and you want to read it for yourself, this is what you're looking for. I really love the ending and this one part. Hulk talks and it's really, I don't know. I guess I'm too used to the animated Hulk because he's so much smarter in this comic, and I'm it's out of place. But that's coming from me, someone who's more used to movies and shows. So, I guess if Hulk was smart this whole time in comics, I just wouldn't know. I know that there are alternate Hulks that are really smart, but I didn't think the 616 Hulk was supposed to be smart. Except for when he's Banner, outside of being Banner, I thought he wasn't smart. So, anyways, what do I think of this comic? There are so many good things I could say about this comic, but ultimately they spoil the comic. Like that one bit where he's talking to his alternate self and he sounds really smart, smarter than he is normally. But, that's coming from me, someone who doesn't read much comics. And the ending is great. The alternate Spider-Man is a really cool character, and I hope that he exists outside of whatever Identity Wars is. I hope that they did more with him after this comic, because wow, the ending, the last panel, I had no words. It was just amazing. And I think we all need this. Or at least I did. I needed that. But I want more. I came to this comic wanting to read up on and understand this alternate Spider-Man. And at the end of the comic, it basically just introduces his new persona. He throws away the title that he had at the end of the comic. He's like, no, I'm not this knockoff Spider-Man name, the Amazing Spider. He says, I'm not the Amazing Spider anymore. And anyways, it's Ghost Spider. Not the girl Ghost Spider that everyone thinks of when you say Ghost Spider, the Peter Parker one. So I really wanted to read up on like stuff about him, and all this comic does, the last panel, introduces him as Ghost Spider. Like, up until that point, he's just the Amazing Spider, or just Peter. And then the last panel, it was like a tease. They teased me. They taunted me. I thought I was gonna get more from Ghost Spider, but I guess I'm gonna have to get more comics and hope he's there. Because that was a 2011 comic. There are still a lot of stuff. There's still 2 years left in this run of Hulk. So I hope they did more with Ghost Spider. That's just me. My eyes are just all kinds of screwed up. They feel uncomfortable. It's like I can feel them. And that's not normal. Anyways, I think you should read this for yourself. That's why I'm not like saying a lot of stuff about it. I said a lot of stuff about Ghost Spider, but he's like the most minuscule part of this. He's probably not even a thing after this comic, and like he barely had an influence over what happens in this comic. The other 2 parts of Identity Wars, he probably had a big role. Probably. I know there's a lot of stuff in those 2 previous comics that involves him. There's a lot. And the alternate Deadpool. Alternate Bruce Banner, we don't actually meet him until this comic. He's introduced to 616 Bruce Banner in this comic, so it's pretty clear, to me at least, that he wasn't in the other 2. It doesn't seem like it. Could be wrong, but I think part 3 is pretty good, but I had higher hopes. But I mean, it doesn't matter. You know, I've run into a lot of characters with like lacking history sections, and I'm like, there was so much potential, and like it hardly phases me anymore. Anyways, that's basically it. You need this comic. You should get it right now. It's like $1.99 on Comixology, and I don't have unlimited, so I think it's unlimited. You can probably read it for free, is what I'm saying. Probably. But there's no promise there. So that is today's everything or anything fiction day. Sundays are anything fiction days. Today's Sunday, right? Yeah. Anyways, I hope you have a good rest of the evening, and I'll see you in 2 days? 3 days? I'll see you Wednesday. Yeah, I'll see you Wednesday. That's my next scheduled thing. And peace until then.